Great Debaters Contest is brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa. The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register.
It's a beautiful day to have some great debates. Welcome to the show. This is our Nakuru edition. I am your host, Mariam Bashar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. Today we have for you Weru School versus the Moi Forces Academy Lanet. Their motion is military recruitment targeting low-income groups should be banned.
We'll have the first proposer take the stage. You have 3 minutes.
Do I look shy? I'm not shy about heated debates or passionate discourse, but when people think that they know the military much more better than Moi Forces Academy Lanet, they must be mistaken. Military is the defense forces of any independent state. The recruitment is the process of finding people to work for an organization. Low-income group is the people who live below the poverty lines. Banning is simply abolish. The military takes advantage of our people by exploiting their desperation simply because they think, or rather know, that these recruits don't have opportunities to make their own decisions in life. The United States of America Military Academy specifically exploit our people, our fellow African men. Why are they doing that? Is it simply because we are languishing in pauper? It is indeed true that recruits sign a contract before joining the military. But the contract does not expound on the details of the contract. During the 1992 Iraq War, 45 blacks, 21% from Hispanic roots. Research shows that they died. Research shows that they earned a minimum wage of $1.9 US, multiplied by 102, and tell me if that's mere arithmetic. This displays the military displays the benefits of joining the military and completely forgets the setbacks that they face. Imbalance. You see, the setbacks are like the tragic deaths. Talk of the 143 lives lost in Somalia. We lost our fathers, our brothers and countrymen, all because of the exploitation of our people. And 20% of them were new recruits. A moment of silence for our recruits, for our fallen heroes. The name is Mohammed Hamli.
Opposition, we'll hear your opening statements. You have 3 minutes.
As you know, the world is not bad because of the noise of the bad people. But the world is bad because of the silence of the good people. Now, the world needs a change, and now I'm the change. By the name, Daniel Nganga from Weru. I'm hereby firmly to oppose the motion that states military recruitment targeting on low-income groups should be banned. First of all, what is recruitment? Recruitment is the practice of joining or finding new people to join an organization, a business, and in this case, the military. What about the military? The military is the state of being associated with the army or the forces. Now, what about low income? Low income is the state of earning too little money that is not sufficient to satisfy someone in a period of time. Then let us look into the term ban. This is prohibiting or not allowing. And to my first point, a certain philosopher by the name Beston said, the great pressure in this world is to do what people consider you cannot do. So, by giving these people, poor people or those low-income groups, the opportunity to join the military, we are going to give them the opportunity to prove their ability, which people considered inability. Look at this. For example, if I'm from a poor family and I'm given the opportunity to join the military, I'll try to show even the rich people or try to show even the others that what they can do. I can be able to do it. And to my second point, issues of corruption will reduce. Why? In most cases, we are trying or we are hearing now and then that the rich are trying to bribe so as to get their sons or their daughters into the military. Consider a poor person. He or she has nothing to offer. So the process will be a bit honestly, or will be carried a bit honestly. Then the act or the issue of corruption will not be encountered because the poor won't have nothing to offer. So for his or her son to join the army. And with that, thank you.
We'll hear rebuttals now. Moi Forces, you have 3 minutes.
I go by the name Twitter Esther from the Moi Forces Academy Lanet. You've talked about honesty and loyalty. There are jobs you can do and still be loyal in the government, like the civil service, like our teachers. It's not a must you join the military. There are also those people who join the military due to desperation and also due to poverty. Hollywood never knew about the Vietnam War until they shot the movie. There is massive imbalance between when we weigh the advantages and the disadvantages of joining the military, the concrete of benefits. The concrete of benefits should be implemented before a recruit enters the military. What do I mean? A recruit enters the military without knowing the risk of going on the front line and coming back in a casket. We should assure that the recruits are aware that when they join the military, there are the risks that they're going to face so that they can join the military fully and loyal to the military. According to Montgomery Bill, it requires one to join the military and be on active duty for 2 consecutive years. That's according to the United States of America. What does that mean? Does that mean that when I go on duty and I'm a recruit, am I going to come back in a casket? I'm not guaranteed of 100% of my life. The other day, when the 100 fallen soldiers, RIP to them, when they died in Somalia, there was a woman crying, mourning of her only son who by chance got recruited in the military and went on front line. A 29-year-old son whom she believed in, whom she believed that will bring her out of poverty into prosperity. Is this the kind of life that we want? Thank you.
Opposition, you have 3 minutes for your cross-examination.
So, Kihara John, Weru School. I would first of all like to start by saying that your first speaker said that this is a military related school. And I expect you to know that being in the military, you are there to serve the nation. You have given your life for the nation. So there is what we call paying the ultimate price. So when those militaries, when the military officers go to battle and unfortunately pay the ultimate price, which is death, they have fulfilled their duty to serve the nation. I'll immediately start with my first point. Now, I'm opposing that the recruitment targeting low-income groups should be banned. Why? Now, the Kenyan population is heading to a place whereby it will be divided into 2, the rich and the poor. Suppose we give a rich the chance in the military. These people are used to money. They know what it is like to have a lot of money. They know the benefits of money. So when they go to, when they get in the military, their main aim will be to get even more money. We all know about the scandal that our soldiers, the KDF, are involved in, the charcoal scandal in Somalia. That's what the rich people are going to do. But suppose you give this chance to the poor people, what will they be going there to do? These people have families that are suffering back at home. So that person will work hard for the sake of his family. There is something I want us to understand, that poverty is not illiteracy. There are people who are poor, but they are poor because they were not able to further their studies. They reached a point where they could not go ahead with their studies. But these people have the capability. The only thing they lack is a chance. They are the people who live by the saying, I wish I had a chance. Now suppose you give these people a chance. They are going to be serious in serving the nation. Now, and then we have the gap between the rich and the poor people. Now, there's something I'm not getting here. You recruit rich people to the military. What about the poor people? They are going to pay taxes so that the rich people in the military can be provided with equipment. They can be bought for this paraphernalia to use in the work they are doing. So these poor people are still going to become poorer and poorer. What will happen to the gap? It will continue widening even more. 16,728,251. That is not an answer to a mathematical sum I have done. It is not a salary digit. It is the number of poor people living in northeastern Kenya we have in our country. Now think about this, 16 million people who cannot place a 2-course meal on their table. What is a 2-course meal? I'll give you a good example. What we simply call ugali mboga. These people cannot place that on their table. Why don't we have some humanity and at least give them a chance to be able to place a simple meal to satisfy their families? Thank you.
The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register. The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register.
So the proposers were asked if they have any proof that the fallen soldiers of the recent attack in Somalia were from low-income groups, and the opposition have been challenged to talk about what ability they said that low-income people get the opportunity to show when they join the army. We'll have them respond. Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes.
You asked that we give you an evidence of the fallen ones, if they were being paid. There were categories under those who are receiving that from the low-income group. Well, according to the commander-in-chief of the garrison unit just here in Naivasha, he speculated well and said it very clearly that of those who were fallen, they were targeting mostly those who are below at the B minor. B minor because they are the ones who are from the poverty levels, and furthermore, they were taken as people who could not be able to continue with their education. So they opted to join the military because it's like their way out. I have a coin. My coin has a major part and a minor part. The minor part is doom. The brighter part is light, or rather, it's shiny. It's silvery, right? Well, this is what happens in the military. Majority of the people from the low-income group, there are so many, just like in my coin, the major part is dull, a dull life for the people who are from the low-income groups. A shiny part for the major top dogs, meaning the people who are the higher commanders there, who are rich. They're living a shiny life. They are in the military. But listen again, this is a coin. It's been given to the public to use, right? Since it's given to the public, it's been given an equal opportunity to serve. Yes, but look, their life is still shiny. My life as a low income is still dull. Just as from my coin, I can see the point of view of our military system. The low income shouldn't be targeted. Well, when you say that we are targeting the low income group only, are we just not relying on one side? Is that democracy really? Why are we not saying that we should give them a both chance? Listen, to a benefit of if the high income group when they join. It is proven that the rich people, once in the military, it is so dependent that the way the military is being conducted, it will be even better off. Why? Rich people are heard more than the poor ones. Rich people are heard more than the poor ones. Our military system will definitely improve from what it is right now. From my coin, remember the coin. Well, Hamdi, what is a choice? What is a choice? The government is just limiting the low-income group to a subsection where they're feeling pressured. Just like the way they have opened doors for the military sector, they should open the agricultural sector. They should open doors even in the Joakali sector, where they require little or meager amount of capital. Choice and preference is not considered for the low-income group. Thank you.
Opposition, you have 3 minutes.
Wow. You know, there is only one thing. Your strength determines the kind of person and the kind of work you will do. I, Eunice Minor, am here to oppose this motion. Military recruitment targeting low-income groups should be banned. First of all, I want to answer this question. You know, there is only one thing. What people think is inability comes out clearly to the poor as their ability to do wonders. A poor person can do wonders compared to a rich man. We can base this to the lifestyle. The kind of lifestyle, this means that it is the way of life these people live. Take an instance, a person from a rich family is used to eating food that they call good. But take a look at the poor. They take food that will give them strength. And you know what? If you want to do work, it will come from their strength. And we can see that the poor will work best. When they go to their work, when they are recruited, they will do spectacular work. Then, when a poor is exposed to this life of military work, will actually get employment. And this employment will help him or her to boost his or her family. Because in this, there is these people or an organization that is called Answers Africa. We can see that 51% of Kenyan people are poor. But to minimize this poverty, we must recruit these people so that they can join military, and that's so that the gap between the poor and the rich will be minimized. And so, I guess recruiting the poor will be the best option in this country, because when we have the rich occupying those spaces, they will take an advantage and they will become more richer and richer when the poorest will be more poorer. So I suggest that, and join me in this group saying we should recruit the poor more than the rich. Thank you.
Final submissions. More forces, you have a minute.
I've been looking at you and I'm actually reminded of a tax collector. Colleagues, because you love poor people, as you create so many of them through exploitation. Now, there are two sides of a coin. There is the head and the tail. The true sign of intelligence is not based on knowledge, but rather by limitless imaginations. I refuse to defend my position. I rather debate my position. The name isn't Major General. The name isn't Second Brigadier. Rather, I remain a loyal Kenyan. And this loyal Kenyan is deeply sorry. Deeply sorry because if you were right, I would have agreed with you. But you are simply not. Thank you.
Opposition, you have a minute as well.
Now, my mathematics teacher once said that the geniuses are always full of doubt. That was in an attempt to make us active in class. I wish it was possible for every one of us in this hall to close his or her eyes and remember that poor person back in the village. I welcome you to my village. There are usually very clean rocks where poor men wake up very early in the morning, sit on them, then, sit the whole day talking about things that cannot help them. Then in the evening, go back with nothing home. So why don't we give these men a chance and help them do something? I mean, it's going to be the good of the society, it's going to be for the good of the country, and it's going to be for the good of their families. Thank you.
To Moi Forces Lanet, let me just engage you a little. Do you propose that the rich maybe should be recruited in the military? All right. Now, how will you answer if someone tells you that the question of choice, maybe the rich people are not interested in that particular military recruitment, and that's why the poor opt for that? The question of choice, that if we should allow even the rich to go for that military recruitment, most of the time it is the economically disadvantaged who will show up for that particular recruitment, possibly because they're jobless. And these are the people whom we consider the rich in society may not really show up because, they have the money, so they really don't need to show up. And also, who is a rich person? I really had a problem with that. If we talk about the wealth in society, how do we measure a rich person? Could you quantify it in terms of a person who earns a given amount of money a month? And Mercy, I listened to you. I think you're a passionate speaker. And the way you're explaining your content was in-depth. Commendable job.
Weru School, and I also commend John. You are quite outstanding. You're a good speaker, Daniel. Very confident as well. And Eunice, I believe even with practice you can even make a better speaker, all right? I have learned something from Weru School, that the world is not a bad place because of bad people, but it is bad because of good people who keep silent. That was amazing. So I think you also did it and you gave it your best. All the best.
Some of us spent too much time on the low-income groups and forgot to merge the military recruitment. And anytime you have such a motion, it becomes stronger when you merge it well, then you're able to provide strong rebuttals and strong submissions. Hamdi, strong voice and a strong start, which was good. Esther, same thing, good debate skills, and you should keep that up. Mercy, very great oratory skills and a very persuasive discourse. So that was great. For our opposers, Weru School, Daniel, you started off with a very good quote. Next time you're quoting a philosopher, kindly use the two names. Don't just say one. It's only courteous and respectful to use the two names. For John, I think you're the best in the group. Why would I say that? Because you've got very good oratory skills and a very confident approach to the motion. Eunice, strong voice, but you needed to get stronger points to support your strong voice.
So straight to the results. Weru Secondary School, you were awarded 66.3%. Please give them a round of applause. Moi Forces Academy, I believe the force was with you, and therefore you have 70.6%.
Thank you to both teams for a very interesting debate, and of course, congratulations to Moi Forces Academy. We'd like to thank you for taking the time and tuning in and watching us. Follow us on Twitter at Great Debaters EA. It's been a pleasure hosting. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Nyumbok. Catch you next time.
The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register. The Great Debaters Contest was brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa.